What do I want to throw on my way there? Let's see. What are you throwing, Lenny? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Gore here, and I can't talk already. Right out of the gate, I can't talk. We are live. Got ourselves just a hangout session today. Didn't advertise. Didn't make a listing. I'm just out here trying to figure out what's going on this lake lately. It's been different. We got a lot of fish on the scope, but nothing's wanting to play ball with us today. Of course, we've only been out here about 45 minutes, hour at the most, and can't say. Lenny says he's had a swat or two, but till we put him in the boat, can't know for sure, right? So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Little different spot. Things have changed since last week, of course, except for the fact that this lake hasn't gotten any better. The water's come up a little bit. Hasn't fished any better. I forgot my mic's at home, so bear with me, guys. Luckily, the wind's not blowing, and it is a very calm day. Again, glassy conditions. So just trying to figure it out. We already hit one spot and nothing. Skunk fest. I know that the lake below this had a big championship tournament this weekend. I don't know what won it, but I know quite a few people that got skunked or didn't catch their limit either day on a 2-day championship tournament. So things are tough, but see if we can make a change. See if we can make something happen. Might go over and throw a crankbait off of that point right there. We can find him here. What's going on, Melissa? How you doing? It's going to be live for about an hour today. Try to see what I can put together. Then get out of here. What are you guys up to? You guys are watching via Facebook. Do me a favor. Share this link in KastKing USA. Share it to your Facebook page, whatever you can do. Help me out, get some views, even though there ain't much going on. Have our first high school tournament this Saturday. Good luck. Tell that boy to get on them. Don't be like me. Find them, because I ain't found them yet. This time last year, I was killing them. You were with me a bunch last year. This time, we were on them. But not so much this year. This lake got tough for me about right when the floods hit. Because I ain't been out much since the floods. And it just seems like after that, I lost all my mojo. Trying, Gary. I have 2 spots that I'm going to take us to, but they'll probably be Saturday lives, which won't be like normal scheduled lives, but I'll go live on these, do some res fishing here in the near future. Speaking of, this is my homie right here. Speaking of res fishing, this is my native brother, Lenny the Legend. You guys have seen him in the comments. And they say, I don't know why I'm getting bad service. I got Starlink running. Oh, well, bear with it. Gary says, what's up, Lenny? Gary E. Gary E. and like Melissa, there's some legends just like Lenny. Definitely in the fan world of KastKing. Big time consumers. Love them. I don't know if you guys can hear the plane or the helicopter. This lake's got an airport actually not far away. And a lot of people go to that airport quite a bit. So what are you feeling, Lenny? Oh, okay. $20 here. It's probably high to mid 60s right now here. We had a warming trend definitely hit this week. Where's my notifications at? And focus. Do not disturb for 1 hour. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm back. I was getting a phone call. Forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I was getting a phone call and that screwed us up, but we're back. No more phone call. All right. I'm going to throw a crankbait, see if I can't make something happen. Mega Jaws on an Asage rod. Bomber crankbait. Mega Jaws, Sage. This is the I'm Cranky. Got the 7-speed action going on here. Let's see if we can't pick some up. That was right there on that shallows. Do some dredging. What do we got in the comments here? There we go. See if that opens up a little better view here. Turn the trolling motor down. When is the next shipment of right-handed reels back in stock? Right-handed reels be back in. Should be a bunch of right-handed reels back in stock. You got to be a little more specific, buddy. Are we talking Skeet Reese Icons? Are we talking MG12s? Are we talking Mega Jaws Elites? Spartacus 2s? What are we talking for right-handers? Dude, if I get smashed right here at the tip of this bank, I'm running right over the cross of this point. Targeting anything specific today? Yeah, basically looking for bass. This is, for me, I fish this lake primarily. Oh, I thought I had one for a minute. Come up and get it. Dang it. But for me, I primarily fish this lake for bass. It's full of catfish. It's full of bass, crappie. But this is where I do a lot of my bass fishing because it's closest lake to me. But like I said, I've got some lives planned. It'll be weekend lives on some Lake Nunez here in the near future. Do some cold fishing. If Lenny ain't working those days, he'll be with me. Some will be on the boat, some will be on the bank. Some bank fishing days too. What else we got here? Let's go to our comments. Sorry, Skeet Reese. So the Skeet Reeses are out of stock right now. Okay. That is news to me, but being the fact that that is a very popular reel, you can check at Amazon. If they're not on KastKing.com, check Amazon. They may pick them up pretty quick. Also, you can look at places. I think Tackle Warehouse carries them. Sportsman carries them, And I think maybe even skeetreese.com may have them. Not sure, but definitely check Amazon, like Tackle Warehouse, Sportsman's. Check those if it's not available on our website, because they'll have their own inventory. So yeah, and then of course Amazon also runs their own deals too. But I've got quite a few right-handed Skeet Reese reels in stock on my boat right now. Lenny, I think you're using one too, aren't you? Yeah. What is going on? Where are these fish? This lake has been super tough. I fished, what was it, an hour and a half last week and caught one. Hour and a half, 2 hours. Yes, I haven't been out again. This is my first chance to get back out. I had to work all weekend on stuff around the house. But gonna try to spend a whole day out here on Saturday. Weather looks beautiful. Where compared to in Georgia today. Oh yeah, it's been gorgeous weather here in Arizona lately. Haven't quite hit our cold spells quite yet. We had a cold snap for a little bit and then it warmed back up. But towards the end of December is when it usually gets real cold. What's going on, Jennifer Lude? Yeah, I'm early today because I'm trying to do more on the water lives now that I've got Starlink travel. So if I can do more lives on the water with Starlink, it's a little better than some studio stuff, which with Starlink will let me go to a lot of places. But right now in Arizona, you know, with daylight savings time, that doesn't do me any good. It's dark by 6 p.m. here in Arizona. Like right now it is 4:18 and it'll be dark here. You can already see the sun's not far from setting. So when the summer hits, it'll be a lot better. But so I went a little early on this show and last week's show just to try and get some daylight while we play with Starlink here and try to find some fish. Next week's show will more than likely be a studio show. We'll be back at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Come on, crankbait bite. Doug, what's happening, brother man? Today's just hanging out. Guys, to do a little housekeeping and a little bit of work, rather than just completely hanging out, there is that holiday gift special going on the KastKing.com. The real surprise box is back in stock. I don't know how long it'll be in stock still. We all know how quick it sold out last time. Dude, that right there is probably one of the most famous items we've sold at Real Surprise Box. $89.95. And you have a chance to get products in it up to $400. You may get an MGTI in there. You may get an iReel. You may get an MG12. You might get a Skeet Reese Icon that's worth $100. You know what I mean? You got reels that are $300, $250, you know, $130, $140, $150 reels that can be in this box. Like I said, up to a $300 reel plus some apparel and some lures. So you're for sure gonna get your money's worth of that $90. No matter what, you will get every penny of that $90. So you won't lose money on the box. But you could potentially, and we saw a couple MGTIs last time that the Real Surprise Box was in stock, and there are going to be a couple more. So if you guys get a Real Surprise Box, we want to see your unboxings. We want to see what you get. But for sure, going to be some good chances to win. All right, I'm going to get away from this crankbait and go to a lipless for a little bit. What do you think? What are you throwing again? Still same? Are you soaking that jig? Trying to, but I'm moving too fast. Oh, let me wear my shoulder up. He's gonna go to a crankbait and I'm gonna go to a lipless. So I'm throwing my lipless on a reel or on a rod that's gonna make everybody mad. That's the inshore rod, the new one that's not available except for in stores. I know a guy. And I've got my tricked out MG12 throwing it, so but I love this setup. Let's see. See what we can figure out. I'm trying not to. I did throw a drop shot a little bit earlier, with nothing. Threw some Carolina rig. I even Texas rigged a little bit into some trees. We got into an area. This lake is going down so bad. It's getting so low. We got in an area that was about 1.5 feet of water, 2 foot, before I was like, we got to get out of here. Then I got to a point where I'm like, all right, let's fire up the big motor and kind of scoot a little bit. And I got out of there, dropped it back down, went to give it the gas, and found a tree stump or something. But it looks like the prop's okay. I'm like, damn it, dude. If I bang a second prop on this new outboard, never destroyed a prop ever before in my life. And I did it with this new outboard like a month after having it. But the boat sits lower in the water now. Everything's different the way with this big Suzuki on here. So I got to learn it. But if I hit this one would have been my dumb fault completely. I knew better on that. The other one was a learning experience on how different my boat sat in the water with that Suzuki. So, and I was on a different ramp that I almost normally don't run, and it's shallow, but still. All right. Is anybody ice fishing yet? Is that happening yet for us desert dwellers who don't know any better, huh? The only ice fishing we do in Arizona is when the ice machine in our fridge is like almost out and it's not really feeding. So we have to like open it, look in there and reach down and grab it by hand because it's not feeding. That's the only ice fishing I'm familiar with. All right. Let's try. Let's see. Texas rig curly tail worm off the bottom? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know if you guys heard that. It went skadoosh. Stevie Eccles says, hell no, too cold for that. It's getting cold. I know it's cold all over the country, but not quite in Arizona yet. Not where I'm at. Maybe up in the high country around Flag. Dude, we got a lot of roamers just out here out front, but I don't know what they are. So where we're at right now, we're primarily fishing. Where we're at right here, Lenny, is going to be like 15 to 30 out that way. And it's going to shallow up pretty good right here, obviously. We're 28 degrees. Doug, I wish you were fishing too, bro. We'll see. We can't make something happen. There's a bass over there in that bush. I'm gonna kill it with this big old tungsten weight. Freaking slingshotted that thing into a bush right now. AJ got a deal on the Skeet Reese spinning reel. It was buy one get one free. What, Gary? Give me the details in the. What? How did you get a buy one get one free Skeet Reese reel? How? That's a $200 setup for $100. How did you got it for $50 a piece? Basically, that's okay. Share the wealth of knowledge if it's something that can be shared or should be shared. If it's one of those, I really don't want to give up the details because it could have been blah blah blah. Then I get it, man. But if there's a deal happening right now somewhere, let us know where. Let's promote that. Jeez, who doesn't love buy one get one free? Yeah, I would. That's insane. Yeah, it's unheard of. I've got 1, 2, 3 Skeet Reese reels out on the deck right now. It was an email from Fish USA. Crazy good, dude. Guys, check your inbox. And if you guys aren't with Fish USA, sign up because that was a deal that the world just missed. That's a ridiculously good deal. Also, the SR baitcaster is on BOGO. Buy one, get one. And when you say the SR baitcaster, skeet reese baitcaster. Oh, so was that like the spinning that was buy one, get one? Yeah, if that's the deal, jump on that. Hail to the yeah. All right, guys. When I get done throwing this Texas rig curly tail purple worm, what should I go to next? You guys tell me in the comment section. Here's your options. Should I go back to a lipless? We are going to be in anywhere between 30 to 5 foot of water in this given area. Should I throw a Carolina rig with a Senko? Should I throw a Carolina rig with a craw? Should I throw a drop shot or should I go spinner? Let me know. Drop shot from Gary E. Okay. Evan says drop shot. Yeah, it's been slow. You guys know that drop shot does get it done pretty good. Doesn't always produce the quality, but it produces quantity. But it hasn't been fantastic lately. Looks like drop shot's going to win the choice of what to use. Oh, I just stepped on drop shot worms. Get out some of the drop shot stuff here. Got some new colors I want to throw. Get out of there. There we go. Now Lenny back here, he won't admit it, but he's caught quite a few good fish on drop shot. But he's kind of anti-drop shot at times. But he knows it comes in clutch when you have to. But he'd rather throw everything else until he's forced to, okay, I can't get bit. So what rod and reel set up for drop shot? All right, well, let's get into that. Give me a sec. Let me grab a new color because I didn't like the color I was throwing. How's my booty look back there? It is. You know what? Let me throw. Yeah, there it is. Ox blood is what I want to throw. Okay. So Mega Jaws Elite spinning. Okay. And then 2500 on the finesse spin. And I am throwing a robo hook. It's like like the old Westy worm hooks. It's a little bit of a fine wire hook. How did I do that? There we go. And I Texas rig it around this lake primarily because we have a lot of submerged structure. So I'll Texas rig my drop shot most of the time. I will nose hook them and I will wacky rig them from time to time lately on a drop shot. But today I'm going to just stick with, well, for now, I'll stick with Old Faithful. And keep. Dang it, dude. Do you hate that whenever you open a package and it's like cheese packages sometimes? You tear it open, but the package didn't open. Yeah. There we go. I can see it. Can I get my thumb in there? Now, here we go. Give me a worm. There it goes. Tight lip today. The Armor X is nice. Yes, it is. If you like the Armor X, you will absolutely adore the Skeet Reese bait caster. They are very similar in their frame platform and the way they fish, except in my opinion, the Skeet Reese fishes a lot better. The Armor X was good, was really good, but they've definitely since improved some of their technologies on that system. And you can see it in that Skeet Reese reel for a budget aluminum frame reel. All right, here we go. Drop shot, guys. This is the Finesse Spin Mega Jaws Elite 2500 series. That's the one with the smooth spool, not the braid ready spool. And I'm running 8 or 10 pound tripolymer with a 5/16 weight, about a foot and a half leader right now. I like to start with a slightly long leader because if I lose a weight and it breaks the line with it a little bit, I can keep going up. If I start with a short leader, well, if I don't like it, then I have to cut and completely retie. So 4:30. We'll be live for about 30 more minutes, guys. I know not a lot of action tonight, guys. Hopefully me and Lenny can get something. Oh, Lenny found some grass there. A lot of times when you can find hydrilla, which is what Lenny just found, you have a good chance of finding bass. Not quite on this lake. The hydrilla turns into a nightmare on this lake sometimes when you find that. All right, so Lenny's giving up on the crankbait. What do you guys think he's going to go to next? We'll see. Place your bets. What's Lenny going to? Try some night crawlers. Yeah. Have you tried a chatterbait? Well, it's funny you say that because what's that box right there, Lenny, that you asked me for? Big old box of bladed jigs, which is the unlicensed term for a chatterbait. All props for the phrase chatterbait to Z-Man Baits there. Don't want to step on any toes. Love the guys over there at Z-Man, but they actually trademark chatterbait. So realistically, if you don't give Z-Man props, you are infringement of a trademark. And being the fact that I represent the company, I have to give props or I'm going to get in trouble. So that's how little lawsuits happen. But Z-Man loves us. We still got to respect him, though. Is that a chunk? Sounded good. I see the big old wakey left, but I don't see anything. What are you throwing, Lenny? Tail spinning. Ah, went back to that little tail. That could be the ticket. Our presentation could be too big. Oh, that wasn't a fish. That was a duck. Skeet Reese's BOGO on Fish USA right now. Yep, I keep seeing that. There it is right there. Gary East. Fish USA has BOGO on the Skeet Reese reel. Dude, that is nuts, guys. Jump on that. That is the deal of the week. Oh, there was shad popping right there. Lenny, did you see it? If I see a bass strike, we may have to run over there. I took that. Oh, right there where I was. I took that jerk bait. You got that white spinner bait? Oh, you cut it off? Yeah. Oh. AJ, had any luck? No. I'm really trying to figure out what this lake is doing. These two last little evening trips that I've only been out. That I only get like 2 hours of time on this lake when I come out on these Tuesday evenings. 3 tops, but half of that is running to your spot, setting up camera, setting up phone, setting up Starlink, tie this on. So you only get like 2 hours. And we all know that you can get into them and just go bananas in 2 hours. Or those 2 hours turns into, well, I was trying to figure out what they wanted. And so far, I can't figure out what they want. But this lake, the report is it's really tough. And I have a tournament this weekend that I'm going to fish this last tournament for the year. And I really want to go to the scale with 5 fish, and I would like to go to the scale with 5 decent fish, but oh well, might just donate, which seems to be what I've done with all the tournaments I've fished lately. Only 4 left on that buy one get one free deal. You guys, somebody better, you better sell out of them before this live is over, guys. Come on now, that's a ridiculous deal. That felt funny. I almost been over a limb. Blood ox, my color. Got some roamers out here in the deep. Looks like they're just sitting there with their bellies in the freaking mud. That one didn't have his belly in the mud. Come on, fish. Play games. These people want to see you. All right, I'm gonna go out towards the deep, away from the shallers. You know what? I'm gonna vertical jig that bass right there. I'm gonna see if I can't scope these fish right below me. They're looking at my sinker. They don't want my worm. Hold on. Nope, he cruised by. Come on, guys. Yeah, there's 2 fish just looking at my sinker. But they won't touch my worm. Where you at? Watch, come here. I'm literally right under the boat. That's my worm. And every now and then you'll see these 2 fish right here on the bottom. They'll come up and look at the sinker, but they won't look up at the worm. And then right out in front of us, about 14 feet, are these guys right here, straight out. See where it's pointing? Maybe try those guys. Okay, I'm gonna pull up there. Let's go see if they want to play 14 feet out. So. Oh, look, see something? Yeah, that's your spoon right there. What the heck? There we go. I got to put some new line on this pole. It got twisted up and entangled. And it keeps spinning around my eyelets. So I got to either stretch the line, like reel it out pretty far and stretch it, or reline it. I think I'm just going to line it. Get ready to go for that tournament. Oh, he went back. See him? This guy?
Oh, yeah.
He was right where you were jigging, and after you reeled up and took off, he went back forward. They just don't want it. I got the surprise box coming. Gotta go kids meet. Good luck, Melissa. Tell the boy that everybody at KastKing wishes him luck for his tournament. There's my drop shot going in right there. See it? So you see me up here.
Yeah.
And you can see how far I'm out. Yeah, we're playing video games right now. Yeah, guys, do me a favor, hit the like button, even though it's boring as can be right now. I'm sorry. All right, these guys don't want to play games with us right now. Let's cruise over this way. Oh, you're on top of some fish. Hold on. Let's see if they're going to do anything. And you're throwing that spoon?
Yeah.
Is it that spin tail?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They could care less about what we're throwing right now.
Oh.
Like we literally were dropping it on their head, and they were like, That's the great thing about live scope is it just because you have live scope doesn't mean that the fish will still bite. You can get right on top of them. You can do whatever, but like this lake turned over and doesn't want to do anything right now. And boy, I'm telling you, it's sure showing it. Showing it big time. So we'll see. We got another 15 minutes. We'll be live, and hopefully I don't get skunked tonight. Hopefully I don't get skunked on air. So we'll see. Now there's a hold up. There's a whole bunch right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the old spot lock on and see. Let it kind of put us back, and then once the water stops, then I'll take the spot lock off, and then we can look around. But you can see, look, it just highlighted a big tree. Watch the bottom because they're on the bottom. You'll see them. They're in the mud. They're coming up off the floor. Okay, so now. See them right behind, they're under us. Okay, so we need to back up. Oop, I think I might have been on a limb there. I'm gonna move us back so we can kind of utilize the scope here to where they're in front of us. It's hard to catch fish underneath you. Okay, now. Where did they go? Where are we at here? I think I went too far back. Yeah, that sun's going to drop quick right now. It's going to get cold fast. See him?
Yeah.
That's like 2-3 feet, about where you're at, actually. Yeah, you see these two big guys here. Look at that bait ball. I wonder if that's yellow bass or crappie. They look big, whatever they are. Like bigger than bait fish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it's probably a bass there. See those right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, there, and then here. Went back down to the bottom. Dang it, man. They don't want what we got. No, that was a small bait ball is what that is. Now that I'm looking at the size of our water depth and clarity. All right, we're going to push on. If we haven't got no action yet, we'll spend an hour messing with these guys. You freaked them out. When you yanked that jig up, that bait ball like took off. All right. Let's just not get stuck under the scope that's not working to produce fish right now anyways either. Grab my glasses. Grab my clear vision peepers. Dadgummit, man. I don't know what these guys want. They don't want what we got. You still throwing that jig?
No.
Where'd you go to? The jacket's sounding pretty good right now. Ugh, getting chilly. As soon as that sun went past that hill.
Smash burgers.
Is that what you want?
Wow.
You getting a smash burger tonight?
Okay.
From where? Or homemade?
Not from Sonic.
Sounds like Wendy's is gonna be the only place. Well, I think Burger King has a smash burger.
Yeah.
Or you could always go see Nerd Burger.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I've got 15 minutes to get rid of the skunk out of this boat. One of us. You work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the wager. This always gets it fired up. You drinking Monsters still? Rockstars?
Yeah.
What's your energy drink of choice?
Monkey.
What flavor?
Just either the white or the green.
White or classic? All right. You know I'm all about that white Monster. So whoever catches the first fish or a fish, because it's that way right now, loser has to buy the other one the Monster of their choice.
Okay.
For tomorrow morning. Nice, fresh, ice cold Monster. You want Takalai Lake water? If I lose, I'll bring all the stuff to make a Takalai Lake water for you. Gigantic bait ball out there. It's literally running with us. Look, this bait ball is directly under the boat right here, chasing us. You see it? He was holding our speed. It's kind of like when you see like a whale and all those other fish follow that whale. I wonder if that's what these fish are trying to do with us. Is that a whale? It's the Roosevelt Lake whale. Are you spooning anybody on a brass BPT next year? We did try to spoon a little bit with Ween had no action anyway. I'm drop shotting right now with no action. Can you throw that tailspin again?
No, I'm going to deep crank.
Oh, now he's crankbaiting again. But yeah, we got we should on the Bass Pro Tour next year. We should have Will Davis Jr., Canterbury, and I'm forgetting somebody else off the top of my head. Oh no, Bass Pro Tour. That's going to be okay for Bass Pro Tour MLF. That's going to be Brent Chapman. You're going to have Alton Jones Jr. You'll have James Elam, And I think there's one or two more on the Bass Pro Tour. I was thinking actual BASS, the elites. But, yeah. And then, of course, NPFL, there's quite a few other people on NPFL. And that sounds like NPFL sounds like it's going to be, it is growing quickly as can be. Been around for a couple of years, but NPFL seems like it's going to turn into that new premier tournament series that I got to get new line on this thing. It's just so kinked up. Got to stretch it or put new line on. I know how I did it too. Oof, look at this. That was right below us was a good run of stuff. Doesn't mean they're going to do anything. Now I don't want to get hung up on vertical jigging with the scope. It's the bad thing about the scope. The scope will make you go chasing ghosts. Thank you guys for watching. For those of you sticking in for the final 15 here, the last 14 minutes of my broadcast, will he get the skunk out of the boat? Will he owe Lenny a monster? Or will Lenny owe me a monster? That's going to be the question.
What happens if we both lose?
Neither of us gets crap from each other. We go home licking our wounds. Gonna get hate on the internet. You guys suck. There's no such thing as people going out to the lake and not catching fish. Only losers don't catch fish. That's the way people act on social media when you're live and fishing. Man, if I was there, I'd have thrown freaking helicopter lure and caught like 50 of them. Don't make me get the banjo minnow out. Let's go, AJ. Catch me one. I know. It ain't from the lack of trying, ladies and gentlemen. It surely ain't. You're busting in like a foot of water over there. If y'all don't get one, you'll owe me a monster. All right, Mike Fletcher. Tell you what, fair enough, Mike. If I don't catch one this broadcast, and you see me either at the Classic, Red Crest, or ICAST this year, I don't know if I'm how many. God dang it, this looped up line is driving me crazy. Definitely respooling before the tournament. Not gonna stretch it, just gonna respool. That way I know I got good integrity in my line. But anyways, back to you, Mr. Fletcher. If I do get skunked, if both of us get skunked, and you run into me in 2026, I will at one of these conventions or shows, I will absolutely go break away to the concession stand and get you an energy drink of your choice, man. For sure. You'll have to remind me though.
Remember that song?
Yeah, he will too. He'll be like, "Do you remember? You remember?" I won't want to remember. That's the thing. Yeah, this line has got to get stretched. Let's go running it over some warm water or just new line. The way it happens normally when this happens, like what's happening to me, is because I must have had a worm or a lure of some type not true on the hook. So whenever it's casting or being reeled back in, if it's off, it'll sit there and helicopter. And when it helicopters coming back in on your retrieve, that twists your line. And your line, especially monos, this isn't a mono, but it's tripolymer, which is very similar to mono, very similar to fluorocarbon. They will get a memory of that line twist. And this line will do it too, but not as bad as mono. Mono is the worst for it. So that's what happens is they'll get that line twist to them and from helicoptering back. So make sure that your worm's on good. If you get lazy and you're like, it'll be all right, like I obviously did. I gotta give money now. All right, guys, drop your Venmo on the screen in the comment section, so I can just start giving everybody money since I'm gonna owe everybody a monster here. It's getting out of hand.
Well, I'm stuck. I'm hungry.
You're hung? What are you throwing?
Deep crank.
Okay.
I don't want to leave it.
Dang it. What is going on here? I can't see my live because my thing go here. There it is. Okay. All right, let's go back. Now let up all your slack. So little quick tip here. If you guys like say Lenny got a deep crank on and he's hung up. A lot of times the way the deep crank set up is that bill will wedge itself into a rock, into a tree. And as long as you don't set the hook or keep a lot of tension on it, give yourself a lot of line. Let it be slick. A crankbait floats, so they'll back up. So if you give them a lot of slack, a lot of times they'll back up. And sometimes if you just be patient enough, you can just sit there and wait. As long as you didn't winch that thing into the tree or wedge it into the rocks, all of a sudden it'll float back up. Bloop, and then you're good to go. If that doesn't do the trick, you get behind it. If you're in a boat or a kayak, you get on the other side of where it's hung and then give it a rip. So we got to go this way.
Oh, it came out.
You're off. See,
Never
let it
came out.
let it sit. That's that thing. You got to let them sit. So little trick there, Lenny, for yourself. And then for the broadcast viewers, if you get hung up on a crankbait, they float. So as long as like when you feel that first bump and you might think it's a fish, you're not supposed to set the hook like a crazy person anyways. You're supposed to just do a nice sweeping pull. In the middle of that pull, be patient, think about it. If it doesn't feel like a fish, quit. It's probably a tree or a rock. And give it a minute. And if you feel like you're hung, give it 2 minutes. Let that thing back up. They will literally float backwards to a degree until they get that tight line. That's why I was telling Lenny, give it a lot of slack so it lets that lure back up because of the way it's well, here, I got one right here. So they're pointed like this, right? So when they get hung by the bill or that first hook. So if you actually wait and give it a lot of slack, because of the way it's shaped, it will literally float backwards that way. So a little trick there. And you can get unhung. But you go to setting the hook and keep winching on it, pretty much kiss that crankbait goodbye, and I'll come by when the water levels are low and pick them up. That's where that crankbait came from. That's where a lot of crankbaits come from. I love low water levels, and I love going and getting crankbaits stuck in trees. So thank you for those. Wish I could give you tips on how to catch fish. I can tell you how to get your lures back, but I can't tell you how to catch fish today. I'll tell you that. Good night. Well, Lenny, here's Grapevine, somewhere where you and I have fished a million times. Get a look at that flat bottom where we usually drag jigs and everything else. Now you get a refresher course of what the bottom structure looks like for when the lake goes back up. I'd like to see this lake come up about another 30 feet. I don't like this lake when it's totally full, and I don't like it when it's as low as it is. At least not right now. I like a lot more structure in the water, but I don't like a whole lot of like that. A bladed jig, watch them hammer them right now. It's gonna be the difference. Why do you not like a bladed jig? Just not your thing? In honor of Leroy Price, you won't tell her a bladed jig?
That's exactly right.
Leroy Price, rest his soul,
Legend.
was a legend here on this lake, especially, but good fisherman here in Arizona, tournament angler. And he was a very, very strong spinnerbait guy. He could just flat get it done on a spinnerbait. But as far as I know, he didn't throw a bladed jig. Let's see here. Come on.
Look at that Yodi. Look at that big old Yodi.
Where?
On the other side.
Oh, I see him just, yeah. He's like right at the edge. He like stopped, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, I actually have my 243 in the truck. And I've always thought about bringing it just to go clack a couple yotes on the bank. Always see him out here on the bank.
Do like Carlos get 45 yards and miss?
Not with my 243. That thing's a tack driver. That thing's got quite a few yotes under its belt. There he goes. He's on the bank now. Straight out,
Yeah,
like in that that green patch just on the edge. I think he heard you. Ah, I just felt weight. That's the way some of it's been lately, is just sponginess. And I felt some sponginess here. Yeah, I'm about to cut all this line off of this reel. It is so kinked and twisted. It's getting re-spooled for sure before the tournament. Where's he at now? Same spot? Took my eyes off of him and lost him. Oh, it was grass. See it? There's a hydrilla. This lake does not build a lot of hydrilla and a lot of grass, but it has done in the last few years. It's gotten worse. Ned rig. I've never been good at a Ned rig, but I'm not against it. Tyler's Real Fishing did that Ned rig as the drop shot weight.
Oh, yeah.
And every fish he caught in that comparison was on the Ned rig.
Really?
Yeah. So I did it. Went out the following weekend. I was like, let's give it a try.
Deadly Ned.
Didn't catch a single thing. Cut off the Ned rig and started catching them drop shots. But I couldn't get bit either way. So it may just depend on your body of water. Could be there's a million. We all know in fishing, there's a million factors as to what makes them bite and not bite. Today, I don't know a single one of those factors.
Be right here. They were here last year.
Well, there is a submerged hump right over here that I think I'm going to take us to and see if they're stacked on it.
Wait.
So we'll see. Right over here, like where that duck is.
Oh, yeah, there is a hump.
Yeah.
It's just like it goes down there, like turns black.
Yeah, I just like if you look on my GPS right here, where I've got all your color shading.
Yeah.
I've got it lit up. I've got it set up to show those kind of topographies. So let's go see. Ooh, I have 2 minutes to catch them before the end of the live. We might get skunked or before the hour mark of the live. I guess I could go live for like 5 more minutes to see if I can get the skunk out. Ladies and gentlemen, I've tried. I can tell you that we have tried to get bit. Just not working for us today. Okay, there's that hump. That hump is directly in front of us right here. It's like right here. And there's a tree on it with fish in the tree. See it? So it's right in front of us. I just hit the, it'll rotate in a minute. So. All right, it's getting ready to rotate and look around right now. Here it goes. See the tree?
Oh, yeah.
And when it gets a better, clear picture of it, there was a couple fish sitting in it. What they were, I don't know. Okay, there's the scope right there. So we went from about 25, 30 foot of water, and we're sitting over top of a hump that gets to about 10 feet below the surface. I may have just missed one. I felt tension and then instantly went away. So if they might be doing that real crappy bite. I hate that bite. Nope, I think that was a limb. Oh, I'm dragging over rocks for sure. I can feel every single one of them right now. What do you got on?
I got a rock.
Well, what are you tying up? Oh, that jig?
No, this is that a tail spinner. It's like a spoon.
Did you come off?
No.
All right, we'll move forward. See if we can get you unhung.
Water temp 60 degrees, huh?
Mm-hmm. 4 minutes. I'm gonna end this live in 4 minutes. And we're gonna owe people monsters. You find me at a trade show in 2026. Every time you got skunked, you owe me a monster. Wait. That's that loop line. Hung up on an eyelet. Hold on.
What is this? Oh, I got a toe strap.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, you still got skunked for a fish, but you boated a toe strap.
Give me your pliers, please.
Yeah. There you go. You weren't getting that sucker out of there because it's all down in the fibers.
Yeah, for real. Wonder what was attached to that at one point.
I don't know. A lot of times you'll see like we pulled up a danged old anchor a couple weeks ago.
Really? You can't beat the sun hitting that mountain, though.
No. That is beautiful. Actually, let me see if I can flip my camera around. No, it won't let me flip it around, but let me give you guys a look at my view before I end the live. That's how we'll end it right here. Okay, so what he's talking about is right back there. It won't let me zoom in, but yeah, it does no justice.
For real. No, bro.
Alrighty, guys, that's going to do it for me tonight. We're going to fish a little bit longer till it gets dark, and then we're going to blast out of here, which is probably about another 20, 30 minutes tops. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Sorry we got blanked on the live show. If I catch one before we go home, I'll post some pictures on my Facebook page of if it's tiny or big. And then, of course, we'll be talking trash to whoever doesn't catch one because we'll be like, Lenny owes me a monster. But anyhow, guys, tune in next Tuesday. I'll be in the studio. We'll have some cool stuff going on. You know what? Because I didn't catch anything on this live show, I'm gonna do a giveaway no matter what next week to pay you guys back. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next week. Make sure you check out KastKing on TikTok under KastKing USA. Also, same handle for Instagram, KastKing USA, as well as KastKing Community on Instagram. And then if you're watching via Facebook or YouTube right now, you already know. Just make sure you click that subscribe and notification bells on. So when we go live, we'll get you hooked up. All right, guys, I'm out. Check out KastKing.com for that holiday gift sale going on. The real surprise box is still in stock. Jump all over it. And then, of course, tons of stocking stuffers and other great options for you guys to take advantage of this holiday season. All right, guys, I'm out. Laters.